Hey everybody, Chris Bunbury here again from JoBlo.com with another video movie review. This week we're taking a look at one of the most hyped movies of the summer, Transformers: Age of Extinction. This time, Michael Bay's enlisted a full-on movie star with Mark Wahlberg, who plays a broken inventor who discovers a badly damaged Optimus Prime, and through salvaging him, inadvertently puts his family in the crosshairs of a villainous government organization that's led by menacing Kelsey who wants all the Transformers dead. But this is merely the beginning. It's as if Bay & Company took a look at the nearly $1 billion gross of the last movie and figured, hey, we can do better. And so this is loaded to the gills with not just everything but the kitchen sink, but let's say everything and the kitchen sink, fridge, stove, and whatever else you can throw in there. Oh yeah, and it runs almost 3 hours. So not only are the Transformers back, but this time you've got at least 3 different species of them. And that's not all. Clearly hoping to get a piece of the Twilight market, Bay's also shoehorned in a teen love story with Wahlberg's 17-year-old daughter, played by the gorgeous Nicola Peltz, in the shortest pair of Daisy Dukes you've ever seen, and a dreamy Irish racer, played by Reynor. Neither has much to do except get into danger and exchange heartfelt looks, but just in case the teens aren't happy, they'll love all the Imagine Dragons music on the soundtrack. Typical for a Bay movie, there's lots of obnoxious, goofy humor, mostly from Stanley Tucci as a Steve Jobs-style magnate who's isolated the Transformers metal Transformium, which allows him to build an army of robots using Megatron's leftover parts. Seems like a bit of a bad idea, right? When will people learn? Look, the other Transformers movies are a mixed bag, but Bay goes way over the top here, even by his usual standards. Most of the time, this doesn't even feel like a movie at all, but rather just a machine that's built to generate cash. Clearly everyone here wants to sell a ton of toys, but it gets even worse, with barely any frame during the 45-minute Hong Kong set climax, not featuring some kind of advertisement for Armani, Tom Ford, Victoria's Secret, or half a dozen other products. At one point in the middle of a battle, a truck carrying bottles of Bud Light is knocked over, and Wahlberg cracks open a bottle, takes a big swig, and grins, practically at the audience as if this were just a commercial. But you know what? Maybe that's all this is. Even as far as the eye candy goes, there's just too much of it. After the first half a dozen action sequences, you'll be bored. It's just all too much. If this were an hour shorter, it would go much better. The only things that really work are Kelsey as the baddie, in a role that kind of channels his underrated work on the show Boss, and a nifty parkour-style fight scene between Mark Wahlberg and henchman Titus Wellifer that's interesting because it's different. The location shooting in Shanghai and Hong Kong is also pretty, but in the end, this only gets a 5 on 10, and is really worth seeing only if you're a fan of the series. But don't just check your brain at the door, folks. Leave it at home.